Hello students, welcome back to Programming with Minecraft. Now today I'm in my world and I have made this cute little house here. So we go inside and the floor is still grass and I've got a workbench and it's dark in here because I don't have any lights. And okay, it's actually a pretty lame house. But I just started in this world, and so I'm getting ready to make some improvements on this house. But Minecraft is a huge world, and I'd hate to get lost, so I would like to be able to get back to my house. I'd like to be able to do that by writing a little bit of code. So here's what I'm going to do. The Minecraft world is composed of 3 different axes. In fact, the real world is composed of 3 different axes. In Minecraft, we call this X, Y, and Z. Now, X is to notate the east and west directions. Y is to notate up and down, where Z is to notate north and south. So, you can get inside, get out of the ring. If you want to know what your coordinates are, at any time, I can push T to enter the chat, and in Minecraft education mode, I'm going to type in TP, which is actually teleport, but then I'm going to type in squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. So the squiggle button is you hold down shift, and it's all the way in the upper left of your keyboard. It's directly left of the 1 key. But TP, squiggle, 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 it says teleported to 369.50, 64, 62.89, and those are my coordinates. So I'm just going to make myself a sign real quick. Okay, and I'm going to put a sign on the wall, and I'm going to just remind myself what TP, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Okay, so I moved a little bit, 370, 64, 62, and I'll round to the nearest pole. So, 370, 64, 62. Okay, so that means that is where my house is, 370, 64, 62. Now, what I can do is go in here and write a code. So I'm going to say that on chat command, home. When I say take me home, I want you to take the player and I want you to teleport to. Now I'm gonna get rid of this one right here because those little squiggles right there, that means it's a relative value, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. But I'm gonna go to positions, and what I want is the world position. Or, as I like to say, it's the absolute position in the world. So, might as well talk about this here. If I use this block that has the squiggle on it, that means the relative position. And what that means is relative to you as the player. So, if I put squiggle 0, squiggle 0, squiggle 0, that means 0, 0, 0 starting with me. When I say world 0, 0, 0, that means the actual 0, 0, 0 in the world. So, if I type right here 370, 64, 62, it's going to send me to that location on the world map. If I typed it in with the squiggle, that would send me 370, 64, 62 away from my current position. So I don't want that right now. But let's go ahead and play that. So let's say that now I've got my house, but I need more supplies, so I'm going to go off, I'm going to journey around. I found this brown mushroom. And now I'm scared and I want to go home. I can push T to get into the chat and I can type in the word home. And I'm magically teleported back to my house. Okay, now let's go ahead and try the other one. Let's go C. And let's say on chat command jump. I don't like jump. I'm going to call it blink up. Okay, and blink in a lot of video games is a term for teleporting. So I'm going to say player teleport to 0, 8, 0. So what that means is 0 on the x-axis, 8 on the y-axis, and 0 on the z-axis. What that's going to do is it's going to shoot me 8 blocks straight up from where I am. And again, the squiggles mean it's a relative position. So this is starting from where I am. So I can say blink up, and I teleported now on top of my house. Now, if I wanted to do that over here, if I move, I can do it from here, blink up, and it teleports me on top of this mushroom. So you can see that no matter where I go, it's going to teleport me just straight up because it's relative to my current position. Whereas if I type in home, that is an absolute position that's going to send me back to my home. Now, there is another thing that we can do here. Let's say that I go out and I'm mining and I'm crafting, but there could be a really good reason for me to want to teleport home. For example, if I'm in this cave, alright, I'm exploring and now I'm realizing that I forgot my tools. Okay, so I'm gonna want to go home, but now once I go home, I don't want to have to deal with trying to get back. So let's go back into the code. So right here when I have home, let's go ahead and create a variable to save my position. I'm going to call this last position. Okay, so let's say we are going to set last position. I'm going to do that right before I teleport home. What I want to do is say last position is going to be wherever I am right now. So I can go into the player menu and look here, and I see I've got this block right here, this bubble, that's the current player world position. So if I put that there, set last position to player world position, that's going to save my coordinates from wherever I am, and then it's going to teleport me home. Now what I can do is I can say I have another command that is return. And then I can say player teleport to, and then let's go into variables and say teleport me to the last position. So let's go ahead and run that code, and now again I'm in the cave, I'm scared, I want to go home, and I'm home. Home sweet home. So while I'm home, let's go ahead and make a pickaxe so I can grab that coal. I'm gonna grab it, and now instead of having to go back, oh, there's a cow in my house. Yeah, here, cow. Instead of having to go all the way back to that place, I can just type this command return, and it's going to send me back to the exact space that I was, and I can go ahead and mine this coal. Okay, now I've got some coal. I would like to go home and redecorate my house a little bit now that I have some coal so I can make some lights. Okay. Okay, so one above the door, back wall, here, and one here. Okay. So now I'm going out. I'm gonna go run to this mushroom. And let's get one little mushroom. And then I'm gonna go home. Back here at home, but then when I type in return, it should send me back to the mushroom, not to the cave. And here we are back at that mushroom. So we can do some other things too, like if I wanted to say, okay, I'm in the rain right now and I wish I had some shelter from the rain, we could say, on chat command shelter. I could say place a block, and of course I want to be sheltered underneath some cake at 3. So what that's going to do is place a block of cake directly above me, 3 blocks above me. Okay, there. Now we're nice and dry, hiding under my cake shelter. You know what? I'm hungry. Okay, so now we've explored how to use relative and absolute position. Go ahead and do some experimenting with this. You can make it so you can teleport to any location. So if you found a mine that has a lot of cool stuff in it, you could write some code that will let you return to that mine anytime you want, or if you've built a nether portal, that can help you there too. But in any case, make sure you build one that'll return you home, and make sure you write a piece of code that'll let you return to your last position, and whatever else you can think of. All right, have fun.